Okay, good morning. Good morning, folks. I'm just in the gym early this morning, so I thought I'd do a little video because I've not done one for a while. So I think drop a few little nuggets that'll help some of the beginners out there or people who are just trying to move forward. So what I've done is just put down 5 rules that you don't really hear too many of the current trainers talking about. 5 rules that I've picked up along the way. They're not the most important 5 rules, but they're rules that you don't hear too often. And I think that it's important to share this because there's some good information amongst it. So the first thing then is anything that you can touch with your left hand, you can hit with your right. So when you're boxing, you're moving around, and you can touch them with this left hand. If I touch it with my left, then my right will go further. So that works for southpaws as well. Obviously, if they're the way around, touching with their right hand, shooting their left. So it's just a good thing to remember because there's certain combinations and distractions that you can use that mean that you can use your left as a measuring tool for your right hand. So many people know that, some people don't. I've spoken to people who don't know that. So it's better to do things slow and right than fast and wrong. This is a really good one for beginners. A lot of times in boxing there's a real emphasis on speed, and when you come in the gym you look around, you see good guys and they're always really quick, it seems, and when you spar everyone seems faster than you, and that's nothing to do with speed a lot of the time. A lot of the time that's to do with measurement of distance and understanding of range. So you get like a real emphasis to be quick, and what I'd say is as a beginner you need to forget about speed and you need to concentrate on using technique and measuring distance and understanding your ranges. So that's a really big one. I'd say in terms of priorities, technique number 1, power number 2, because with good technique will come power, and last of all, number 3, speed. So once you've got your technique right, then work on putting it together quicker. So many people get this wrong. There's 2 ways to box. There's on the outside, and then there's on the inside. And there's differences between the 2 in terms of posture and in terms of hand positioning, and you need to learn both separately because they're 2 separate styles of fighting. So what you tend to get a lot of times is you'll get guys who are good at long range boxing who when you get close to them they're shit, or you get guys who are good on the inside but really struggle to close distance or keep people on the jab. So it's important that you recognise that there's 2 distinct styles, and getting caught in the middle is what happens a lot of the time to fighters when they're transitioning from one trainer to another. So you saw it, look at Manny Pacquiao against Ricky Hatton, a fight that on paper should have been really sort of close, was actually because Hatton was almost caught in the middle of trying to be on the outside and on the inside at the same time. He was getting nailed quite a lot. So that's quite a good one to remember. All the way in or all the way out. Learn the difference between the 2. Try and see it in fights. Your eyes stop the KO. So this is quite a common one. You hear it a lot. The punch that you don't see is the one that hurts you. So what that means for me as a coach is that I'm looking at my boxer and I'm making sure that at all times they can see their opponent. So when they're blocking, slipping, rolling, they're using cover. Their eye position is the most important thing. They need to be seeing the punches coming in. It's really important. If you think of any knockout, if you go on YouTube right now and go on top 10 knockout video, I can guarantee of those 10 knockouts, at least 9 of them have come around because the opponent, the person getting knocked out, hasn't seen the shot coming. Everyone punches very similarly in power. You find that guys with very low stoppages and very high stoppages, you can't really tell the difference when you're on the pads with them. There's very little difference in weight. There's a little bit with some guys, but most people punch around the same. And what often causes the knockout is the deception and the ability to disguise what you're going to do, the unpredictability. So that's one thing to remember. Train specific to your needs. So you've got two main needs when you're boxing. You've got the need to get fit, so to train for fitness, and then you've got the need for train for technique. So if you try and do both at the same time, that's where a lot of people come into problems. So they will try and train their technique while they're grafting like fuck on the bags. You can't do it. You need to separate. You need to be specific and separate your training. So have specific rounds where you work on technique and specific rounds where you work on fitness. And then during the fitness rounds, try and keep in mind technique, obviously, and pull it together when you're tired. But when you're doing your specific technique rounds, keep the pace down. Really work on trying to hold your shape together really well. I think they're a good point. So 5 points then. So the 5 points are: anything you touch with your left hand, you can hit with your right. Works well with the other way with southpaws. It's better to do things slow and right than fast and wrong. Differentiate the styles, all the way in or all the way out. 2 different styles, 2 different requirements of various parts of your boxing makeup. Your eyes stop the KO. The shot you don't see is the one that hurts you. Make sure you see all your shots that come your way, and train specific to tech or fitness. You can do both in the same session, but each differentiate the rounds. Be specific, differentiate the rounds. Amen.